Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today. It's a Monday here at MadWorldTarot. Today we're looking at Harry's stuff, Harry's own independent gigs. So we've looked at the Invictus Games, the story that Meghan isn't going to show up, or she's not scheduled to attend. That was quite an interesting little insight into what's going on over there. And now we're going to look at Better Up. We haven't heard from Better Up for a while. Lady C quite recently divulged that they were trying to distance, or wanting to distance himself from their Chimpo, because he is viewed as something of a mental health disaster. Through his own admissions, confessions, what he's written in his book, what he's said in interviews, his drug use, that thing with Gabor Mate, all of that stuff doesn't really reflect very well on a company that's designing an app to be used for mental health coaching. So there's that. Now we hear today a new rumour that Alexei Robichaud, who of course is the head of Better Up, has been from his townhouse in San Francisco. And we've heard consistent rumours over the years since Harry was first associated with Better Up that he does like to stay in San Francisco. He likes to party there. He likes what's on offer there in terms of party lifestyle. And so now booted. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on. We're going to look first and see how things are going with Better Up. Card flying out of my hands and landing on the floor. Whether Better Up are actually wanting to distance himself from Has-Been. I'm sure that there are contractual arrangements in place. They can't just chuck him. Even if they want to, he's probably got, I don't think they've had their IPO yet, but I'm sure he's got expectations, financial expectations there, that they can't just get rid of him. I don't know. But we're going to see if there is some distance sneaking in there. We're going to look at his living circumstances, because it's interesting that apparently he's been kicked out of the San Francisco townhouse and is now living in a predominantly gay hotel in West Hollywood. So that we're going to see what his living circumstances are. We're going to see whether he has perhaps been kicked out of the townhouse in San Francisco, and if he has, we're going to ask why he's been kicked out, why possibly he is not welcome there anymore. And then the outcome, we're going to have two outcomes. We're going to want to know what's going to happen with Better Up and long-term kind of relationship with them, and his living arrangements. There are all kinds of rumors swirling around, so many that it's actually hard to focus on one and do a reading on it. There's the rumor that the Parkles have sold Mudslide Mansion. There's the rumor that they never owned it. They never lived there. Meghan always lived at San Ysidro Ranch, and Harry drifted around in San Francisco and here, there, and everywhere. Now there's rumors that they're looking to buy property in Malibu, and there's rumors that Harry is looking to buy property in Africa, and it goes on and on and on, and it's all a bit much. So I just want to know outcome for Harry of this reading in terms of his residence. What is going on? Is he going to settle somewhere? Is he going to move country? Is he going to wander off? Is he going to be lonely as a cloud? What's going to happen to Has-Been? Clearly, from all the energy and all the rumors, they are not living under one roof. So somebody, a witty neighbor of mine, calls it mud-slinging mansion. And so I'm waiting to find a good reading to do for her on mud-slinging mansion. And I'm sure the time will come. Anyway, let's see what the cards want to tell us. Have I told you what cards they are? No, I have not. Let's carry on cutting the desk. We have cut the deck. We don't want to cut the desk. It's the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot for the Chimpo, and who might be out on his ear. Let's, at least from a cozy townhouse in San Francisco. And I could have come up probably with a wittier title. I need 3 cards here for this one. That is, yeah. And then the outcome cards here. So a bit of an odd looking thing. I've written it down, discussed it with universe, got the underlying energy. Six of Cups. Six of Cups is the past, is friends, is reconciliation, reunion, happy memories, looking back fondly at the past, place where you feel safe because it's your childhood, it's your innocence. Interesting. It might be his energy around the people at Better Up because he felt at home with them. He's made some happy memories there. He thinks that he's made good friends there, good relationships there with those people. They speak his language, the language of therapy and all the rest of it. This is a very odd tarot deck to use for this reading because it's not at all woke and it's not at all therapy speak. It's quite different. It's much darker, and I used it for a very specific reason, and if the card shows up I will be delighted, but it may not. This situation that we are looking at now with Harry and Better Up, what are we dealing with? The Eight of Pentacles is a work card. Hard at work, earning your keep, earning money for Better Up, doing your duty there, long hours, mastering your craft, all of that stuff. Personally, I find it difficult to see Harry in that energy myself. We know that they like to work very little, 1 hour a week on their returns for Archewell. So that's really possibly the expectation. But whether that expectation has been met is another story entirely. So let us see. How is the relationship between Has Been and Better Up at the moment, right now, currently? Whoops, what's going on? Ooh, we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. It is the card of exile, of poverty, of illness, of separation, being cast out. It's in reverse, and the reversal is interesting. It's giving me energy that sometimes reversals do in a basic tarot interpretation, which is energy there but not activated yet. It's future energy. Reversals can mean opposites, can mean intensification of energy, and can mean delay. The energy is coming, but it hasn't activated yet. And I think that this is coming, hasn't landed yet, that Five of Pentacles. They want to kick him out. They want him out of that cozy environment that they have, but for some reason can't just yet. And I did talk about contracts and things like that at the beginning of this reading, and they might have legal reasons why they can't just boot him, much as they might like to. Otherwise, if that is not future energy, then it's current energy, then he really is out. So we'll see. So that's the thing. Are they trying to distance themselves from him because of what he has said about his own mental health, that he's viewed as bad news? We've got Knight of Cups. That's not a terrible energy at all. There is affection there for the Knight of Cups, and we see it here with the Six of Cups, that he's gone there and he has, I can't think of the expression, but he's been very open about his emotions. The Knight of Cups is open about his emotions. He wears his heart on his sleeve. That's what I was looking for. And there he is. He's open about his emotions, his turmoil, because cups are about turmoil, emotional turmoil. So he's frank about it. He's communicated. He's done the rounds. It's traveling energy, nights of movement and travel. And he has done the rounds and he has spoken about it. I'm not getting shame, horror, dismay. Oh my word, our business is going to fail because every time he opens his trap, he brings us down further. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that there is some sense that he's quite engaging when he talks about this, and quite useful that somebody with his background, supposedly from this cold royal family, stiff upper lip and all the rest of it, a military officer, can go around and talk so freely and openly about his emotions and his struggles. So I'm not seeing terrible things. He has terrible things, but it's terrible things that maybe not happened yet, because he is, of course, doing his rounds and doing whatever. And so they can't just boot him while he's in the middle of bearing his soul. It wouldn't look good. So let's go and look at his living situation now. That's better up. Now we're living circumstances. We've got this gruesome rumor that he's living in a predominantly gay hotel in West Hollywood. Complete rumor, I have to say, all just speculation and gossip and rumor, and we're just testing it out from an energy point of view here for fun. So living circumstances, what is his current living status? And we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's a harsh energy. Somebody has been quite brutal, and I would say the somebody here is not Alexei Robichaud, although we might find that he has too. That is a female energy that has turned into a shrew, a battle axe, and has banned him from Mudslinging Mansion. Be gone. And he has, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, but she may also have had to go because of inability to pay mortgage, or who actually owns the deeds to the house and all that stuff. Great confusion and mystery around that. But anyway, Queen of Swords has kicked him out. So he's on his own, separated from that Queen of Swords. She's turned nasty, according to the cards, of course. I'm sure she's a lovely thing. And a great homemaker. We just haven't seen it yet. Anyway, so had he been booted by Alexei? What's going on there? Ooh, could be. Look at that open window and get out and the curtains, blowing the breeze in the empty room and that sword. I think so. It's a yes. Ace of Swords upright, yes, been booted. And it might be quite sudden and recent. It just happened. Out you go. Off you go. Bye-bye. With that Ace of Swords. Out of the blue. It's a bit of a tower energy for me as a reader. And I'm just reading energy here, as I keep telling you. So why? If so, why so? Why booted? Does look like he has been booted. Why? Five of Wands. Ooh, Five of Wands. What a horrible card. We'll put it away. I don't remember seeing that card before, actually. Five of Wands. Conflict, fighting, falling out with these people. Interesting that we had the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups have got that kind of dreamy, it's a little bit Seven of Cups almost, deluded about the way things were. The way we were, I won't break into song, but that kind of a vibe. But the reality of it, different. Five of Wands. And Five of Wands is people, and there they all are going down together. They are all in mutual trouble. Somebody has set the whole place on fire, basically. He could have quite literally been a bit of a dangerous occupier. And left candles burning or cigarettes or, that kind of thing. He might actually have made a little fire into a big fire. Just a wild speculation, but when you see a card like that and you're asking why there's an empty room and an open window and curtains blowing and that Ace of Swords, he might have just been quite reckless and negligent. That's a small energy. Small energy. Bigger energy is that there's just a lot of conflict around him, and they don't like that. Where that conflict within the group, and that's what the Five of Wands traditionally is, that he's just brought a negative energy into their group, whether because people don't like him, they resent him, they feel that he's cruising and the rest of them are doing all the hard work. I'm getting upset as I say that, and my voice started to shake. I think there are a lot of people who are very indignant about how easy he's having it and how much money he's getting for doing sweet blow all while they are killing themselves to make this thing happen. So I think there's some resentment there around him with that Five of Wands. Let's move on to the outcome column here. First outcome has been and better up. Is it going to live happily ever after, or is it going to be a parting of the ways? Is he going to make his fortune? What's going to happen? They're going to manage to keep this thing going with the Temperance card. They're going to be able to smooth things over, even though there is this energy of Five of Pentacles. We'd like to chuck him overboard. We really would, but we can't, because he's being so emotional and so open and all this stuff. We've kicked him out of our home. That's as much as we can do now. It's all going to look very sweet and sugary on the surface with the Temperance card. They're going to heal whatever wounds there are, and there does seem to be some conflict. There does seem to be ruffled feathers, people whose noses are out of joint. So many metaphors are mixing, but people who resent him being there and having it so easy. But it looks like they're going to smooth everything over, and it is all going to end happily with the Temperance card. So we're not, I don't think, ever going to hear, or we may not right now, we might in the distant future hear what people really thought of him. But for now, I think it's going to all look lovely. So how about his living environment, where he's living, what's going on? Whatever universe wants to tell us about where next for the has-been, who seems to be a wandering sort of lost soul. Oh dear. 5 of Swords. It's an unfortunate card as well, so I'll put it away quickly. A lot of conflict, a lot of fighting, not settling down. That's not a settling down energy. Wherever he ends up, there's going to be conflicts. People aren't going to be happy with him around. If he crashes on someone's couch, they're going to want to boot him because he brings trouble with him. He brings bad energy with him, toxicity. He might be very aggressive. He might be wanting to pick fights. You know how people are when they're down and out and they want to fight with everyone because it's everyone else's fault. I'm getting that energy. It's somebody who's defeated, really. And so wherever he ends up, it's going to be a loss. It's going to be a blow. It's going to be a blow to his self-esteem. It's going to look bad. We're going to hear about it and it's not going to look good. It's going to be, oh well, the Queen of Swords booted him. She won. He's defeated. There he is. He's all chopped up by the Queen of Swords. Metaphorically, of course, not literally. Well, we hope not. But not happy. Not happy wherever he goes. It's not giving me travel. It's not giving me moving. It's just giving me conflict that goes on and on and on and on and on. And he is defeated in that conflict. So I'm not getting he's going to buy himself a game ranch in Africa and start saving whatever the rhino or whatever people were saying he was going to save. He's got a way to go before he finds a safe place to lay his hat, hopefully far away from her hat. And so there it is. Some tricky cards in here. That one quite unexpected, I have to say, but I think they've got to get themselves to that point, because otherwise a mental health app with a giant conflict that's exposed with their Chimpo, it doesn't look good. That's the end of that, really. So they have to get themselves there. They have to get that smoothed over just for the sake of appearances, and I think that is what that Temperance card is telling it. It is a bit pixie dust, fairy dust, sort of pretend make-believe-y energy. It's not real, but for appearance sake, that's what we're going to see. So that's the reading. That's Has-Been's journey today. And thanks for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow.